back to continuing adventures of the Shocktopus. We left off when I was like clearing main dungeon, I think, and I had some mutations, including minus scroll and a teleportitis. Well, I still have teleportitis, but I managed to get rid of uh minus scroll and pick up body deterioration instead. A couple summon shops later, and I got some jewelry shops. This is now available, and I will pick up regen at some point, but I can't handle all that RC minus. I picked up a pretty sweet ring. Let's see if I can find it here. Wizardry RC minus, but triple RN and R core. So that replaced my R core ring. I threw on an Ice R elect ring that I picked up just to offset the RC penalty, and the RF here offsets the RC minus with an N plus 5 on the side. So putting all that together, my intelligence is now over 40 before my first rune, which is fantastic. Oh my god, what did I do? Is it still working okay? Yeah, it's still working okay. Um, what else happened? I also managed to find just a whole bunch more intelligence rings in general. So we got +6 int ring here, and I got one on my paw. I'm debating whether or not it's worth putting on this amulet to get RC at the cost of int -5. And of course, losing my current amulet in +3s, I think, or +2 or something. And +4. So net swing of -9 int. I don't think it's worth it yet, but it might be at some point. This hat doesn't really count because it's only there when I'm not melded, and I'm full-time melded now. Uh, but definitely I'm experiencing that feeling of being above the power level at last. Oh, and I just picked up Blink, which is a spell I've coveted for quite a while. Spell training wise, because of the wizardry effect, I now have Spellforce Servitor, Orb of Destruction, Summon Forest, all at very castable levels. I can win the game with just that for sure. I've got Necromutation in the pipeline. I should probably throw some points into Necromutation at some point. So, oh, and Blink should be spam castable, right? Okay, good. Fighting, of course, is a defense skill. We'll throw in dodging as well for the same reasons. Spellcasting is the key ability here. I don't need to get Conj much higher until I know which way I'm going with it. I do want summoning to get stronger in theory. In practice, I'm not going anywhere with it, so 10 is adequate. What else? What else? Yeah, let's vaguely start trickling to necromantic transmutations eventually. No, it's bad. Really, what I need is a level 9 spell. I need to know what my level 9er is that I'm pushing for. And I don't have that yet. I'm pretty sure one hasn't spawned. No Firestorm, no Polar Vortex, no Shatter. Yeah, when one of those spawns, I'll have a plan. Oh, Teleportitis. Right on time. Let's get a Servitor in play and a Lightning Bolter in play. Stay in Storm form for survival's sake, and pounce on whatever's still there. It is telling that even with Teleportitis on, I'm powerful enough to just survive and deal with most situations that I come into. Yeah, no, not you. Already got. I think I have the full suite of evocables that I like, so that's good. I don't bother with the Zom's chessboard typically. And I've noticed that Snake 3 often has that triple bookshop area with at least one nice triple shop area with at least one good bookshop usually, so that's nice. Okay, how are we dealing with these guys? I think Summon Forest is best here, followed closely by Summon a Spellforce Servitor, and then anything dumb enough to get into melee with me gets clawed. There we go. Sufficient power to win some fights. Now, problem of course being that there's nothing stopping me from getting teleportitis at any time. So, gotta be ready for that kind of eventuality, which means I try to keep my mana reasonably high. BVC gives a good reason to care about necromutation, so now I have an excuse. Oh, I'm not pre-training for necromutation, which I don't need. That's silly. I'm getting Bjorgnors online. That's so much more sensible. Oh, crap. Blink, this is why you exist. Let's get a Forest in play, and a Spellforge Servitor in play, and a Lightning Spire in play, and now we'll use Cleave attacks with all of this distraction to win fights. I'm still getting beat up by a lot of monsters, so we're just gonna start walking away from this mess of my own creation. I have enough allies to slow things down. Good. You, sir, caused all the trouble in the first place. You can go straight to hell. And you, I just don't like you. Kill them all. Is this the bottom of Snake Pit? Oh, jeez, it is. Okay, well, that puts things in a very different light. I could at any time find myself in the middle of an unwinnable orb chamber because of teleportitis. Yeah, we're gonna have to be very cautious about approaching that floor in general. Make sure we do it from a position of serious power. Try and keep Blink Bolt safe for the times where you get pulled. It's probably a good move. And always try to keep a little MP in the chamber for summoning an ally or two, or becoming a storm form if it's lapsed. Like right now, I would normally renew storm form, but I'm not gonna because I'm saving mana. Good. Good. Great. Terrific. Yeah, I blink bolted onto a dispersal trap. I deserved that. Hmm. Storm pounce. Kill. Oh, see, there it is. There's that teleportitis I was warning you all about. We're going to use Condenser Vein and hope for anything but poison. And hey, our 5 or so points of training, 4 points of training and evocation paid off. We got the best one, Acid Rain. Now we just settle down, summon some alternative targets, and let the Acid Rain or Corrosion or whatever they call it win for me. Because I'll tell you this, anything dumb enough to enter that is not walking out of here unscathed. Scathed, whatever. Much like anyone who tries to walk past a Spellforge Servitor is going to eat a lot of Orbs of Destruction in melee. Alright, there's a Kite Shield here of fire resistance. That is at least potentially useful for Lich form, should I go Lich form. Serpentine Rune is cool. Finger Payton's okay, man. Alright, we got that. What was that? What was that? Anything interesting? The hat unmilled it, that's all. Alright, so floor cleared. Let's go. First rune completed. Second rune is going to be a sight harder than the first one. I don't have a lot of resistance, and I'm still very vulnerable to being pulled where I don't want to be. At 3,000 gold, I am going to attempt to get another shop. I would take a book over antique armor or magic scroll for sure. I was hoping for different, but whatever. We're looking for level 9 spells that are worth building towards. We are finding none of them. Okie dokie. MCC is not terrible to have. Good enough. All right, here goes. We'll be leaving positive energy and never coming back for it. We want my ally up and active before we start clawing things to death. Whoa, 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 what happened? Why did you take a step in that direction? Jesus, okay, I was tab walking instead of intentional walking, and I walked towards, not away from, an orb of destruction. That was incredibly stupid, but lucky for me, all of that HP training has paid off, and I'm still alive. Alright, let's continue to let these orbs of destruction hit their intended targets. Alright, first teleport of the day. Using conservative mana options as much as possible. We're backing up. Alright, we got a shop. Gotta inspect all shops. Just don't have to care about most of them. I find that the graying out of items that you cannot use makes it hurt a lot less to come across them. I tend not to notice them as much. Um, Once I choose to go Lich Form, between all of the cool weapons that I've come across, I'll definitely have my pick of useful resistances. This is awful. This is the worst way to clear a floor. Establish a beachhead, promptly abandon that beachhead to go and start over from wherever is most challenging. It's literally just an artifact of the fact that I can't resist this teleport, the forced teleports. I had to use up my blink bolt there, and I am at low enough mana that I'm not going to be able to escape, or sorry, to recast form if I get pulled, but I got lucky. Yeah, I'll take a bunch of Fear Scrolls. I'll take that over Dex and a double evasion for sure. Because I'm not even using a singleton of the evasion, so I definitely don't need the doubletons. Alright, 4 Scrolls of Fear is good. Alright, we good here? Looks like floor's cleared. I need new jewelry. Nah, any new jewelry? Nah. Alrighty, well, down the floor. And I am getting some wicked lag on this. I hope you guys are following all this okay. Seriously. That was like 20 key presses ago. You just get me there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how long the lag was. 10 lag. I can't play like that. It's gonna take that long to register key presses. I'm gonna kill myself before I. Okie dokie. I don't have a good AoE for this situation, so we'll pull something with me. Tablet Plus is probably the right one. And then we'll just go down a different door. I could easily win that fight, but with a couple bad rolls, I could easily lose it too. Seriously, this much lag is unbearable. Alright, in we go. Miglotl is actually far more scary in some ways. But because I have the whole summon cloud thing going for me, I should be able to deal with him fairly expeditiously. Where is he? Is that him in the corner? No, it's just an angry tree. A lot of angry trees here. Where'd he go? Why can't I see him? Or is this just the corruption he left behind? Well, regardless, as long as I'm not dead, as long as I have control of this beachhead, I'm happy to continue to make use of the terrain. Alright, good enough. Uh, Great, actually. Yeah, I think we got Miglotl, and it was just slow to undo all of his summoning shit. Or whatever, not summoning. Corruption. So now, let's start searching this floor in earnest, bearing in mind that at any time I could be forced teleported away. Yeah, no, I'm not taking these guys on. Not when they have the drop on me. Here, on the other hand, I can claw them all to death quite nicely. Nobody's got the drop on me. You can absolutely barb me on my way out, I don't care. What's next? There we go. Lightning Spire up. Alright, good enough. Let's get my ally up for some backup. Oh my god, seriously. Got to stop throwing orbs of destruction directly at me. Alright, teleport Titus. I'll take Polyphemus on alone over the ocean. That's an easy takedown. Tricked you? How did I trick you? You're the one who... Actually, I guess technically it was a random mutation that forced me here. All these mutations completely avoidable if I hadn't gotten contaminated that one time. But again, I stand by the fact that I think that was a good judgment call to back away from a fight or take a low probability of being mutated. But man, look how much pain that one mutation cost me. Gone through another mutation potion, still haven't gotten rid of it. Sulptress is the worst. By the way, if you've never seen a real life alligator snapping turtle, I recommend you do. Um, I was at the can't have been a children's museum, natural history museum, zoo. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it was the zoo. I was at the National Zoo and I saw one, and I did not know this, but its tongue resembles this tiny little pink worm. Like the ridge on top looks like a tiny little pink worm, and it wiggles that to attract other fish to literally swim into its mouth, where alligator snaps that jaws shut with enough force to break bones. Badass stuff. I guess the TLDR is you don't want to get bit by an alligator in this game. Oh, we'll definitely take a blink scroll here. How are we on fogs? We should have a couple. We only have a couple actually. We don't have a lot. Money is no object. I'm happy to take some fog scrolls. Do I want another protection ring? Not specifically. Even though what I have is as likely as not going to be moved on from soon enough. Certainly not enough to pay for it yet. Yeah, you're dead meat, pal. Yeah, what's up with you, boo boo? Let's drop a zapper to help clear this place out expeditiously without... What the shit just hit me? Shard of Ice, partial resist. I should full resist. Oh, it's Ilswu. That's the problem. She's much stronger than your average bear. I think this is worth a blink scroll to escape because the engulfing has already begun. This is slightly more towards the unknown, but it's very important to maximize my distance right away. And now we will blink bolt onto the furthest plant to again increase my distance. Now we'll head towards the exit. Bearing in mind, of course, that that could all be for nothing if I get force teleported right back onto her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12-second delay, or sorry, 12 count delay. That's just unbearable. It's not that it makes the game challenging, it's that it makes me more likely to make an operator error as opposed to a decisional error. And frankly, I don't think operator error is a skill this game is supposed to be testing. Okay, there's Ilsway. She's all alone. Let's beat the shit out of her. There we go. Much better. She had a lucky hit, but that one lucky hit put me in range of death, so I had to make sure it can become 2 lucky hits. Oh my god, not again. I wonder if it's just this one level that's so unbearable because of all the waves and oceans and stuff that are being processed, but that's unlikely. More likely than not, it's just the crappy internet I'm on. Back off. We'll whip around the corner. I'd rather have the lightning bolts here and get me in the middle of the group so I can just slice some dice. Cleaving attacks on this thing are really part of what makes the whole kit sing. You can jump into deadly situations, rip it apart, and then waltz or jump it out, depending on what constitutes deadly situation. All right, good. Yeah, I'm gonna drop an ally here before I put myself more in harm's way to kill these guys. Give them something else to shoot at, as it were. Here my ally will help funnel the enemies at me, 1 or 2 at a time. Alright, the ever-hated random teleport. This time, though, I think I have the advantage. This time, let's drop a forest to limit the wide open space effect, and then let's pounce on the far satyrs so that anything that wants to continue to pursue has to do so through a lightning spire. Yeah, I got enough summoning going here. That's great. Where's Necromutation, by the way? Necromutation is 56%. I don't need to train it that much more. BVC is straight up spam castable. This is OTR. This is refrigeration. It's considerable at this stage. I really want to know if I'm going to get Polar Vortex or if I'm going to get Firestorm. Whichever one I get access to, that's the direction I go, Ignition or Ozos. And hopefully I get it before Vault. I don't need any of this, by the way. I can clear Vault with just pure Conjurations, Orb of Destruction, summoning Battle Buddy or whatever, Spellforce Servitor. If I didn't have a combo at that power level, I would be dropping whatever I could to get that combo going. Yeah. Because the question, what do I need to do to actually win, is becoming more and more relevant with each passing floor. An increasing number of mutation or transmutation, but no That reminds me, I meant to pick up already. Oh my god, I forgot how slow this thing is. You know what we're just gonna do? We're just gonna walk there. At least I can watch the trip and feel like something's happening. Alright, last floor, always hardest. Doubly so when you can instantly be yanked anywhere. Do I have summoning scrolls? Yes. So that's kind of my get out of jail cheap card for if I'm low. I also need to remember to use brilliance when the going gets tough to turn 20 mana into effectively 40. Just charge down. This is definitely a charge down situation. Alright, good. Let's get out of here before I get pulled at minus 40 health. Silver javelins. Alright, stay in form, teleport through, and then rip them up. Slam the door shut to recover, and then wait to get pulled. No pull, that's great. What else you got? Lucky for me, the Lightning Spire is a cheap spell. Inexpensive spell. Alright, let's go straight through these guys again. And then once we're on the other side, we'll rip them up. Alistair's Intoxication, that's exciting. Alright, what's next? Well, we're kind of making a lot of progress on this floor. I would love to get the rune. 2 runes is a decent size clip for the night. Alright, all my allies are in play, so they shouldn't last very long no matter how many javelineers they throw at me. And there's a non-zero chance they waste their shots on my summons instead of me. Yeah, my boys there did all the work, I just watched. It's a mistake to feel like you have to go into a certain combat with a certain tool. Mix and match tools till you get what you need. Alright, barbs are out. Time to start running. And you, I'm gonna airstrike you down. Who's mesmerizing me? You? Airstrike you down. Back up. Alright, that's great. Super. Alright, let's step in once and then claw them all to death. Truly, having Stormform makes a lot of things possible to do simply that a pure blaster caster glass cannon would have a much harder time with. It's not to say impossible, just know your role. Which reminds me, I need to check my trainings. Necromancy is 6 is fine. Can afford to get a few points under its belt. You can go as high as 8 without me paying attention to you. After that, I need to start making sure you're what I need. I don't need spare willpower rings. I already have a few. Blast through these guys and rip them apart. Alrighty. Full cleared. No, not full cleared. This thing, obviously, the rune chamber. This forest is lame. Got all my allies in play. Let's make a little space for some Orb of Destructions. You seriously did that again, didn't you? Stepped right in the way of an Orb of Destruction. blink to behind, drop a condenser vein cloud of murder, and then just murder everything here. I might consider using another healing potion if this fight does not go super quickly. Alright, we'll heal just to make sure I'm on the high end of needs. Blink bolt through everything again. Let the mesmerizer take it. Alright, mesmerizers are dead on both sides. Alright, rune acquired. Despite spending the entire time under one of the worst full clear spells to deal with. Alright, I would rather have. Whoa, what just happened? Uh, okay. Apparently it flipped the downloads, but hopefully y'all good. What was I saying? Right. Apparently, yeah, I would rather have javelins than not. So if there's some javelins, I'll go pick them up. Good. Just full clear the floor then. Grab whatever javelins you come across. Technically, silver javelins is straight upgrade, but there are probably more javelins than silver javelins, and none of these are required. These are just nice things to have. I'm not training throwing enough to make javelins a cornerstone of my build or anything like that. Besides, can't throw them in this form. How many silver javelins are there? 5. Yeah, not enough to care. Alright, this floor has been full cleared. Let's get out of here. And before I do, any artifacts that I'm not paying attention to? Nope. Rather boring floor. Alright, let's go ahead. Why is there monsters nearby? What monsters? Oh, training dummies are considered monsters. Well, that's interesting. Alright, pounce that thing. Mhm. Let's pounce on this kraken. My claws don't play around, man. Kitty's got some claws. Well, octopus anyway. I'll peck you with my beak till you're bloodied faced. Alright, we're out. Still no mutation potions, but with RC maxed and RN maxed, all we need is some PF and RF. We can consider taking on the Elvish Mines or something. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed this as much as I did. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys